The stairs, take a picture. There's your picture of the stairs. You can just, there we go. Another room that they're building. Take a picture of that.
Alright, you're coming into the carriage house here. We're in the carriage house. Guests like you have been drawn here for almost 100 years now. The first tours were given in 1923, so we are almost at the centennial of tours being given in the house. And they were drawn here, as I'm sure you were drawn here, by Sarah Winchester, her motivations, what brought her to
I know what we're doing in 2023.
This fantastical home. And
It'll be the 100-year anniversary.
These stained glass doors over here, Sarah's story is about to begin.
Sarah Winchester was born in Cleveland, Connecticut in 1839. At the age of 23, she married William Winchester, joining the family that would later produce the iconic Winchester repeating rifle. The Winchester rifle was innovative at its time, since it could consecutively shoot 15 bullets before reloading. It was so popular that it was nicknamed the gun that won the West, making the Winchester family, including Sarah, her husband, very rich indeed. Despite this wealth, Sarah was not very lucky. She had one child, a daughter named Annie, who died weeks after birth of a rare childhood disease. 15 years later, Sarah's husband, William, died of tuberculosis at the age of 43, leaving Sarah a widow. The legend goes that a distraught Sarah sought guidance from a medium who told her that she was plagued by spirits of those killed by Winchester rifles. The medium told Sarah that she was building but never finishing. The house's many rooms would shelter protective spirits, and the sounds of hammers, saws, and drills would drive unfriendly spirits away. It's said that Sarah purposely designed this house with its stairs to the ceiling and doors to nowhere so as to confuse the spirits that meant to do her harm. For 38 years, the sounds of hammering never stopped. Sarah and workers left room after room after room after room. Now it's your turn to experience the unique features of this house.
This person.
Alright.
Door closet.
Sarah outfitted her home with the most expensive stained glass doors, windows, and wallpaper that money could buy. They're lighting up behind me. This window right here is particularly special. We believe it was designed by Sarah herself. This features two of her favorite spiritualist elements, that spiderweb pattern, as well as the number 13. There are 13 of those blue and orange orbs there. And those are two motifs throughout the home. You'll see the spiderwebs and count the numbers 13 throughout the house with some spiderwebs up here. And then I'll point out some 13s so you can count along with me.
So you can take pictures.
We'll take a look at this photo over here. This is one of two known photos taken of Sarah on this estate. Sitting just outside those doors. You can see her feet don't exactly touch the bottom of the carriage. If she was a diminutive lady, she stood at 4'10". So if you're tall, it's going to be a little bit of a ducking process for you. Watch your head. We're going to take a staircase built specially for Sarah. It has 44 steps, makes 7 complete turns, runs 100 feet in length, but we only go up about 9 feet to the second floor. So watch your head, watch your step. If you can't watch those, watch your language. Let's go. Take a look at this paper here.
I'm making it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
I'll try and remember if you're not on the window. I have a dude smack his head on my lap.
last two.
This is where Zach fell. Yeah, this is where Zach fell.
The second one.
Where he hit his head?
Yep.
We'll get our steps in today for sure.
Keep it up. That's a good.
All right, we made it up here to the hayloft. Look around. These glass country cabinets have some original artifacts from the home.
Take a picture over there. Sorry.
Alright, we'll wait for everyone to find us up here.
Come over here.
Oh, you go over here.
I want to take a picture over here.
Yeah.
And then.
They also, we have axe going outside, and sometimes they're shucking axes, so if you're really loud bang from that corner. Yeah. Just axe. Alright, we're up here in the hayloft. How do people feel about those stairs? They are special.
There was something over here that I was trying to map out.
Sorry. For Sarah, later in her life, she suffered from severe arthritis.
Here it is.
Her feet more than a few inches off the
Trying to
ground.
map itself
But
out.
you can imagine she was still very independent, wanted to be able to get around on her own.
Could
So
you
she
hold
had
that
several of her staircases
steady, please?
removed and replaced with these easy risers, so that she could still get around her house on her own. We'll have a
There
mix
it
of
is.
easy risers
It's up
and the regular stairs
there. It's
on
up
her
there.
tour today, 'cause she left a lot of the irregular staircases
There he is.
for
Oh, I
staff.
missed it.
If you look at these glass rented cabinets over here, we can see some of the original artifacts from the home. Did
you get a picture?
I almost got it. Once I got it.
In this far left glass cabinet, there is a couple rolls of Lincrusta Walton wall covering. It's a very fancy wallpaper. It's textured. It's made of compressed wood pulp and laminated with linseed oil. It was very fashionable, but also very expensive. It cost about $1.75 per square foot for Sarah. I believe someone told me the inflation on that is like $46 per square foot. Something crazy like that.
Just
A
stop
very
it.
expensive one. And then he left it in his will, quote, to my beloved wife, Sarah. So they were very much in love. She was pretty much mourning for the rest of her life. A couple years after William passed away, she was traveling, made her way out to the West Coast, and then on her May.
Oh, Dana has a spirit on her butt. Sorry.
Wow, this is so pretty.
Are we lost?
No.
No, okay.
Here's the. That's a Hobby Lobby chest right there.
She goes, that's a Hobby Lobby chest.
No. It died. I caught all I needed though.
I think it was cool. All right, and we are coming to the Daisy bedroom. It's called the Daisy bedroom because of these stained glass windows over here. This bedroom is also special because we believe that this was where Sarah was during the 1906 earthquake. According to legend, she was sleeping peacefully in here the morning of April 18th, 1906, when at about 5:12 in the morning, she felt a violent shock. And that was the foreshock of the Great San Francisco earthquake, the 1906 earthquake. Seconds later, the San Andreas Fault broke loose in all its fury. You can imagine this playing out. The house is shaking, things are falling from the ceiling, these window panes shattered. She would have been terrified. She probably thought it was all shifted, and that door was jammed shut. That door was jammed shut. Workers eventually let her out, supposedly with a crowbar. Supposedly that mark in the side of the door is where the crowbar was used. But she was trapped in here. That earthquake was a 7.9 on the Richter scale, and it was felt from Oregon to Los Angeles. So especially in the SF Bay Area, but a huge shock to the West Coast. The next 6 months afterwards, she spent on her houseboat in Burlingame. These photos here show the house at its former height of 7 stories high. Before the 1906 earthquake, there was a 7-story tower up to the top, which they
I need to get a picture of that.
take down after the earthquake. After the 1906
I gotta go walk up to it, though.
yeah, you knew her home would never be the same. She eventually made the call to have her contractors take down the top 4 floors of the house. We stand at 3 stories today with a little peek up onto the 4th floor balcony. But a lot shorter than it was originally with that 7-story tower. She also, there's 2 stories about some other decisions she made. One says that she felt the earthquake was a message from the spirits, that she'd spent too much time and money on the front section of the home, which was almost done. It was nearing completion, nearly completely furnished. The other theory is that she was just so devastated by the damage to her home, and it's her passion project, her baby, and then all the money that it would cost her to replace everything, that she just pulled it, had them take down the top 4 floors. Whatever the reason, she also had them board up the front 30 rooms of the house, and it was not opened up again until after her death in 1922. So she clearly was feeling something after the earthquake. Right here we have a photo of the damage to the sandstone chimney here. You can also see the tower up here leaning very precariously. That's the 7-story tower, so you can understand why they had to take it down. And then we're going to head up this way. We're going to take 1 set of normal stairs up to the 3rd floor, so watch your step.
She was trying to run the thing. It kind of started to sound like the beginning of the search.
Nice.
That's how the music was going. Fixing your time. Got a nice normal set stand. Oh, the other one's better. That's just kind of listening.
The stairs to nowhere. More.
Facts. Well, that's a nice view.
Hey, this one. They go nowhere. Literally, they go nowhere.
Yeah.
They go nowhere.
And we're on the 3rd floor now. The 3rd floor was mainly for staff and storage. So mainly single women living on the property would like them here on the 3rd floor. That is the housekeeper's office there. And then I mentioned those call buttons earlier. I have some here so I can show you how they work. If Sarah was anywhere in the house, needed assistance, needed someone to come meet her, whatever, she pressed one of these buttons.
A door.
And the bell up there would ring, letting the staff know where she was. The numbered cards would pop down to tell her exactly where she was. I have no idea where 12 is, but they would know where to go. And they would head right down this staircase that takes you back to the linen rooms right at the top of the 7-Eleven staircase, so they could easily get wherever they needed to meet her. And that's pretty much it for this room. It's a quick stop because it's so tiny. We're going to go around just a little bit. We have a couple big steps down. We'll pass restored workers room, and then on the left we'll see the skylight down into Marion's suite. And then we'll head up the worst set of easy risers in the house. There's a lot of them and they're really tiny, so try and take 2 or 3 at a time. You can see the outline of the original staircase that she took out on that staircase though, which is pretty cool. In any case, watch your step.
See? It blurs. There you go. No, it blurs. What? Here, let me try it. This is here. Like, staying out. That's kind of cool. I like the fact that it is free, because I have to say, I tried so many times to get that picture come to focus. You know what I mean? You got it, girl?
We need 100-year-old.
Hey, I mean, I wasn't able to see it, but oh whoa.
Do we know how much money you spent on the house?
I cannot remember now. We could all be on like separate different houses and everything. And it'd be awesome. Yeah, we all knew we were in the
What? Right?
She's gonna take like 2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3 at a time if you can. It's a rough trek. And then we are up here on the 4th floor. This is the highest point on the house since 1906, since the earthquake. So
Yeah, you can tell we're-
This is as tall as it gets from now.
We're cut off.
And then you can look out these windows. Normally the balcony's open, but we're repainting and priming out there, so it's closed. But take a look out those windows. You can see the outbuildings on the property. All the outbuildings are original. So you have our greenhouse, garage, pump house, all that jazz. You can see out that way. And then she purchased the house, as I said, on 45 acres, bought out to 161. She mainly grew prunes, apricots, and walnuts. She had a fully functioning farm. By the end of her life, she was actually also turning a profit from her own dried fruit sales. She also had an industrial printer that is still out on the property today.
I'd be reading my one book.
And then if you look in this corner over here, you'll see a chimney. It was a normal chimney until she put the roof over it. And then all the fireplaces connected to it were rendered useless. If you look down at the bottom there, you can see the
Duck.
roof shaking up a little bit. We got it in the supports. Right behind you, actually. That chimney.
No, duck. Thank you.
Sorry. And then the roof is picking up. That's the
Thank
only
you.
visible damage from the 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake. That earthquake was a 6.9 on the Richter scale, and the epicenter was about 10 miles south of here in the Santa Cruz Mountains. So I feel pretty good about the structural integrity, considering that's the only damage from the second major earthquake. If you look out this side, you can see the bell tower right in the middle of the house. We actually passed by that already. They ring that bell right next to Sarah's bedroom, so that's where that is. That's the bell that was supposedly rung at 12 and 2. It was definitely rung at 5 p.m. To call the workers into their meals. And that is it for the 4th floor. It's really warm up here, so I was trying to go fast. We're going to go on a little bit of a journey back to the 1st floor here. We have 3 flights of stairs. But between the 1st and 2nd, we're back on the 3rd floor, so some more staff bedrooms. Then we'll hit a staircase. On that staircase, please only use the handle on your right-hand side. The one on the left.
I was just being patient, doing you. Do you?
Then we have one more staircase, and we're back on the 1st floor.
I'm so read up here. Like right over there. It's a good spot.
The garden is gorgeous. You know, did you see the garden room?
Yeah, I saw.
I had to get a selfie in there because it was just so pretty.
So can you hold it?
I got it if it's that much of a problem. Smell in there? No.
I can't smell that. Oh, good. Like, my nose is all messed up.
Use the handrail on the right.
Mom, use the handrail on the right.
Thank you. Oh my god, this woman was so short.
I know. My hair's getting all messed up. But I just keep on hitting myself. Mom, be careful.
Thank you, babe.
Come here, you sexy thing now. Come down.
that was essentially a rudimentary AC system. So they would open that window in the floor, it would kind of suck the cold air up from the lower floor. They would also open the basement door to get the living room there, which we'll see a little bit later on.
We're gonna see the basement?
Maybe.
Hell yeah.
I am standing on the original back porch steps of the 8-room farmhouse. Those 8 rooms are somewhere behind me, but we don't know exactly which ones are original because she remodeled so extensively. If you want to get an idea of how far she expanded, though, you can look all the way down this hallway where that tour group is. Past that tour group, at the back of the carriage that we passed on the way in, is the back of the house today. So from here, all the way back there, plus up, out, whew, lots of building. This photo right here is some of Sarah's carpenters. Sarah had a fairly large core staff of about 50 plumbers, gardeners, housekeepers, cooks. She had a mechanic that she convinced to come here from San Francisco. So basically anyone she needed, she had on staff. She was really, really good to them. Like I said, she would let single women live up on the 3rd floor. Single men had rooms out on the grounds as well. And if you had your family here, she would build you a family home so that you could live and work on her estate. We have one of those still standing today, the foreman's house, which is out on the garden tour. So you can hear the foreman chat a little bit about his family there. And then she also paid them double the daily wage, so that was pretty good too. But we believe that she treated them like family and they were very loyal to her, some so loyal that they're said to still be here today. This guy on the far right here in the dirty overalls has been spotted many times by staff and by guests alike. He's usually down in the basement pushing a wheelbarrow, or he's fixing the fireplace in the grand ballroom.
Yes.
I think he's okay. He's the only one who's stuck there for all. He's just trying to do his job, so he won't bother us. We're gonna head up into the laundry room. You can either follow me up the back porch steps, or you can take our last set of easy risers through that closet. Whichever way you choose, we should end up in the same place.
I'm going down the closet.
I'm in the closet. Wow.
That's pretty much it for the laundry room. We're going to keep going this way. We'll pass some storage areas of stuff that was taken off of the house at one point or another.
Look, my phone was there, and my phone was vibrating. That's what it felt like. Okay. I got you, Bruce.
You me? Okay. Sorry, I was in a zone.
Well, that's kind of like you think I'm like a little weird one. Which is good. That's why I'm you know your phone goes.
How's your raincoat?
I know.
Where's Duck?
She went.
Tell her to get back here.
Small shade.
What does this go back to, Jane?
Huh?
Keeping your food warm?
Yeah, I think you can take those down and set one on it, yes.
Sure.
They're like a sauce.
Well,
Yes. They're all white ones.
In the oven.
But that's probably why they had those up there that were a little higher, because you could set like maybe a sauce or something. So
Excuse me 1 second.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And that's probably like a warmer view.
the pants seem nice.
There of original exterior
Whoa.
working. So that's also an original exterior window there. And through that window, you can see our twin dining rooms. These are not original. These are, well, the spaces are original.
Facts.
The decor is not original. These are two of our
It's in the bag.
renovation projects. This closest one was finished in 2017, the further one in 2019. We'll get a better look in just a second as we go that way. But we were able to do these largely in part due to Sarah's stockpile of materials. We used a lot of her stained glass, and then her 130-year-old encrusted Walton wall covering that you see in there. That was all from her original stockpile, so we thank her. We also thank you guys because a portion of your ticket price goes towards those very expensive, painstaking, historically accurate renovations. So thank you for helping us to restore the rooms to how they may have looked or how she may have wanted them to look. I'm going to jump to the front here in just a second. We're going to keep going this way. Try and stay on the carpet path, but on your left, look into the dining rooms. On your right, look into the parlor.
Remember when remember this Ben case was right here?
I'm gonna stay on the carpet thing.
Okay. The beach.
I wonder if that's from the haunting of Secret Death.
Past the parlor there on your right, that room has four patterns of custom on the walls and ceiling. And the floor in that room is an intricately done interlocking diamond with 4 different types of wood.
Sorry, baby.
Oak, ash, maple, and mahogany in that room. And then we're coming into the guest reception hall. This is where guests would have been received had she had very many, if any at all. These front doors, which we'll see in a second, were installed. Sarah and her workers tested them out, and then they were not opened again in her lifetime. So until after she died. Its neighbors said that she didn't have very many guests, if any at all. They said that only staff and family were allowed in the home. We know she had ice cream socials and things like that for local children out on the gazebos, but it said that nobody except family and staff were allowed inside the house. But this is where they would have been welcomed if they were allowed. And you can see it's very Victorian formal down here. These windows, as well as the front doors and the windows in there. Basically any of the fancy windows in the house, the one above the grand staircase, the most expensive, the daisy windows, they're all from one collection that Sarah commissioned in the 1880s from John Mallon's Pacific American Decorative Company. They were a high quality art class firm at the time, comparable to Tiffany, won awards as far as Paris, but art class kind of died out as a trade, so every name besides Tiffany pretty much died out as well. But these are very high quality, these fleur-de-lis patterns, an homage to her French heritage. These doors are worth about $90,000 today. So take a look at those front doors, they're very expensive. And then we'll keep going this way, peek into the morning room, some gas lighting buttons and some more call buttons. Then we get another view into the twin dining rooms here. You can see a photo of what this one looks like before the renovation. And then $90,000 on this way. And we're coming into the grand ballroom here. I forgot my watch.
It's 202.
Thank you. Let's just have our phones out because it looks like we're. Yeah. We're coming into the grand ballroom here. This is called the grand ballroom, less for its size, more for its price. This cost over $9,000. In Sarah's day, that was about 3.5 times the cost of a single family home. So this is about 3.5 houses worth of money in here. That chandelier was imported from Germany. It arrived with 12 gas lamps. Obviously, that's not enough for Sarah Winchester. She had a 13th one installed. There is a little weird one off the back there, and that is the 13th gas lamp that she installed on this chandelier. How many ceiling tiles?
13.
There's 9. I pranked you. These surrounding 8, though, do have 13 smaller panels, so you got it right. When we look this way, we see the stained glass in here. These read, "Why unclasp the tables of their thoughts, and these same thoughts people this little world." Does anyone know what those mean? That's okay, because neither do we. All we know is that they came from two very different Shakespeare plays, Troilus and Cressida on the left and Richard II on the right. The people in that one on the right is more of a verb than a noun, Shakespeare. I don't know, who knows what he was thinking. And then we don't really know what they meant. If they had some sort of special meaning to Sarah, that unfortunately died with her, but they're beautiful mysteries that she left behind. This wooden decorative door over here has a metal fire door behind it. Behind that metal fire door is a double-doored safe. And so you can imagine people were very excited about what they might find in that safe after she passed away, an eccentric, wealthy woman. Jewels, riches, whatever, secrets.
I'm sorry,
but when they opened it, they found only 3 things. They found a lock of baby hair and the obituaries of her husband and her daughter. So disappointing for some, but very telling of who she was and what she held close. This organ over here, it is not original. Sarah did play the organ, but this one is from an organ donor.
13. Yeah, but that's not part of the tour.
All right,
It's a dome room. It's literally a room that's like a dome, and it's like, but it's not a part of our tour. It's more
But
for
it
the.
is a fact.
There
It's
is
not
there.
like a movie
Yeah,
thing. We'll
there's
just
an
make
actual
something
seance
up.
room. Yeah. It's hidden.
Remember when she said that it clicked back that she was into number 13.
Yeah, because 13. But it's in the house somewhere. It's just probably not part of the tour because I haven't seen the room I'm looking for yet.
What are you looking for? The basement?
It's the dome part.
Probably. Do you think is it in the tour?
I don't know. It's you can do it when you're on the haunted paranormal investigation. But I don't think it's. What is this?
Whoa.
An elevator, it looks like. Or an elevator.
Hello there.
Or gel cell. Just saying.
Sure.
Where'd everybody go? Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna have fun with this video. It's a big ass pantry.
Me over here looking at real food.
There's August has a Friday the 13th, so there'll also be a flashlight tour on August 13th. Because it's Friday the 15th. And then we're down here. We passed the cold storage room over there. That is essentially the fridge, ice box. It's a marble lined room. They would have had regular ice. Behind you looks like a normal cabinet. You can go ahead and open that all the way up. That gives you about a ½ inch of storage space. So not super useful. Don't know what that's for. One of the other tour guides says it's for tortillas for Taco Tuesday. Yay! Clearly. And then this cabinet over here, you might think would be the compensate, but you can go ahead and open that one all the way up. That opens to the entire back half of the mansion. Also not a great cabinet space. We don't really know what either of these were for. This one could have been a pastor of some sort. I don't know. And then right here in the middle, this post is the third weird thing about this room. This post is installed upside down. The larger base should be at the bottom. That should line up with the ceiling. If you go on the self-guided garden tour, you'll see that almost all of the posts on the estate are installed upside down. We don't know why, but they are. And then we're going to head this way into the post-1906 kitchen. That was the kitchen used after the 1906 earthquake. There's a smaller staff kitchen to the left with an original jewel brand stove in there. As well as the sink that you would have fallen into had you taken the second exit from the seance room.
The basement. Oh.
Where are we going? That's where we're going. So.
Okay.
Walk us up.
I miss everyone?
I'm coming. I'm coming.
I think she probably snuck down here and just cut it out. No, there she is.
This is where Sarah would have taken most of her meals after 1906. She preferred to stay on this side of the house after the earthquake. Food could easily be passed through those sliding doors, as well as the sliding pass-throughs and those cabinets, so they didn't have to do that whole walk around. But this is where she would eat. This is called the Nation Dagger because of its Italian motifs, the low ornate ceilings, leaded glass in the cabinets, as well as the Italian marble on the fireplace over there. This room is also the last stop on our tour today. We've been through about 110 to 160 rooms currently in the house today, so good job. A long walk. We hope you enjoyed this glimpse into Sarah's life, her home, her motivations. There's a lot that we'll never know and questions that we'll always have, but we feel that with Sarah's kind, creative, and generous spirit, she would have loved having people come through her little passion project, well not little, her passion project, appreciate her design, appreciate her quirks, so thank you for coming. Whichever way you're going to go, it'll be through the exit door. You can head through the gift shop onto the parking lot or back through this courtyard to get to the self-guided garden tour. There's info about that in your pamphlet brochure. There's also sound bites out there. It's pretty self-explanatory to walk through. But that's super interesting. Some more original outbuildings out there, some more info. And we also have axe throwing. We have a small shooting gallery game out here if that's your jam. Anywhere you're going to go out that double exit door. Not the double doors, excuse me, I keep saying that. The door with 2 exit signs, not the double door. If you have any questions, I'll stick around for a few minutes. I'll call ahead and see if I have time to answer questions. If not, enjoy the rest of your day. I've been Elizabeth, and I hope you enjoyed the Winchester Mystery House.
Because there was like, you hear things that like she was fine until they stopped construction and then she died.
She passed away from heart failure, and as far as I know, they stopped construction after she passed away.
Okay.
So where's the wax museum?
Huh?
Where's the wax museum?
That was old. They took that out a long time ago. It was originally here. There's a timeline on our website of when stuff was here. There was a wax museum originally, and then they replaced it with a rifle museum. We had the rifle museum. We just replaced the rifle museum with an escape room as another just thing to do on the property. We have a few of the original rifles in the product museum and the gift shop. I think it's better that they got rid of the rifle museum because that's the whole thing that she was literally escaping. But we have a lot of people come through and be like, where are the guns? And I'm like, I mean, they're cool. I would love to look at them, but they're also the reason that she moved out here and built a giant house out of guilt. So, yeah, that's what's
on August 13th, I actually had a ghost hunt sleepover at the Octagon Mansion in
Oh,
October.
yeah.
Because I'm from Virginia.
Okay, cool.
I'm from Virginia too. I
We've been
moved.
friends forever, and she
Cool.
moved to Vegas, so we're doing all this ghosty stuff.
I saw your share. It was cool.
And then, so what'd you think about the SLS?
It was cool. I was like, what is it? And then I got what you guys are doing. My mom used to watch Ghost Hunters and stuff. And so I was like, okay, I know what's happening. And that was cool in the North Conservatory especially. That was fun.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I asked them. I tried to call and asked if I could use it, and they sent me to marketing, and I'm like, that's not what I was going for.
Yeah, they're weird about like recording and stuff, just because they let like official like Discovery Channel stuff and like if you let them know ahead of time, but they don't want people to like put like false information out about what they. But that was cool. That was definitely a new experience for me. So thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you got some good stuff.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right.
Alright guys, so I am at the Winchester house. We just did the tour. I hope you guys enjoyed the little bit of that information and the little bit of a tour that I got to film. So again, enjoy, and I hope you liked all my videos that I have posted of my adventure from Wednesday or last week all the way up until now. There's more. I've got stuff in the works, doing it as I go. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, bye.